Hello everyone, welcome to another video of your data science journey, and today we are going to talk about how to identify and break down the problem statement. So let's see what's there for us in today's video. So today we are going to talk about understanding the problem statement and then breaking down this problem into different parts. Okay, so let's see what's there for us today. Now, if you see, this is the problem statement that we have in front of us. We have a particular data. This data is having some customer names and their address. Okay, so you can see their full names, some people name we have, and then we have the respective addresses. Okay, now what is the problem statement here in this particular data? Let's see. So here the problem statement is we need to create a unique ID for each and every customers in this particular data. Okay, so we have the full name, that is the first name and the last name of all the customers, and the addresses. Okay, now what we have to do here, we need to create a unique ID from the customer database of a retail business to analyze the profitable and loyal customers based on a combination. We have to make a combination of that particular data that we have in front of us. How will be the combination? First initial from the first name, that is the first letter from the first name, then first initial from the last name, that is first initial or first letter from the last name, and the zip code and 4-digit random number. That means 4 things we have to create to make a unique ID of each and every customers. The first letter of the first name, first letter of the last name, then zip code and 4-digit random number. Okay, so now if you quantify and look what actually you want as a desired output, this is what you can see in front of you. So this, the first name, if you see, that is Florence Rasmussen, and his address is this. So what we needed the first letter of the first name, which is F. You can see in the desired output column, which is column number C. Then we have Rasmussen, so his last name's first letter, which is R, you can see here. Then we wanted the zip code. Yes, so zip code is 30030, you can see here, including a hyphen and then a 4-digit random number. It can be anything. Okay, that's our choice. So this is the desired output that we need to have in our, for each and every customer database. Okay, now how to get this desired output? This is the whole problem statement we are talking about, right? Now the second thing was to what? Breakdown of the problem. To get the particular output that we have just seen, how to do that? Firstly, break down the problem into smallest possible atomic steps. So atomic steps means what? Smaller minute steps we have to take. The problem statement was to create a unique ID of each and every customer, right? But having all the 4 things for them. That is the first initial of the first name, first initial of the last name, the zip code, and a random digit. So this whole statement I'm dividing into smaller parts. Then try to describe every single step. So if I'm taking the first letter of the first name, how did I get that? I need to describe. First letter of the last name, how did I get that? I need to describe. How I got that 4-digit zip code, I need to get that. Okay, how did I get that? And finally a hyphen and then a random digit number, right? Then finally the major problem has been broken down into its constituent steps here. So this is actually the best way to solve any problem. Yeah, not only any business problem, but any problem in your life as well you can relate. You can break down into smaller parts, so that based on the priority, what is to be broken at the very first instance, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. Yes, based on its priority. Now this is what we actually trying to do to break down this whole problem. We have seen the desired output, which was FR3000-12345, which is a random number, right? Now how did we get this? You can see here. First, you can see number 1 step was select the initial. The first step was to get the F from the Florence name. Yeah, so that is the first step we have done. Second one was select the initial from the last name, which is R. You can see here, number 2 step. Number 3 step is what? I needed the zip code. So zip code is at the very last part of the address for each and every customer. So you can see here, I've identified the zip code as well. Now, I want to combine all these 3 together. That is the first initial, second initial, and the zip code. So 4th step is combining all the 3. I've got it. Now, connect a dash because I want a hyphen and a dash in between. So I have connected a dash. Sixth step is what? Generate and connect a random number. So that can be anything that you want. So basically what? This whole thing I have divided into 6 crucial steps, right? Now, what is the recap and what we have come to know from this particular session? Firstly, identify and understand the problem. Secondly, breaking the problem into smaller steps to solve the problem. Now, this is what you have to do later on when you go for any business problem in any of the tools that you work on. It can be Excel, Python, SQL, Tableau, or Power BI. So you need to understand the problem, then you divide into constituent parts and after breaking the constituent parts, you solve it one by one. After that, what will happen? The whole thing will come in the single flow and it will sort it. Yes? So that's all for today in today's video. Thank you for watching this.